Hello, everyone. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. I'm Tathany, and I want to welcome you into my garden. I am heading to the front because I'm going to be doing some planting in the front around that circle bed where I have that big empty spot behind the vinca and begonias and stuff. So what I plan on doing is planting some more house plant style or tropical style plants. And let me show you what I have. They're down here, so I'm gonna pick up. I've got two different varieties of plants. I'm gonna pick them up and show you. Okay, we've got these two. This one is the zebra plant. And let's see what it says. It has bright yellow flowers. It needs bright or indirect light. With enough light, it will bloom in the summer to late fall. Water thoroughly 1 to 2 times per week. It says it grows 12 to 18 inches tall. And I have 3 of the zebra plants. The other plant is called Parrelia, and this is Magilla Purple. And I have 2 of these. And this print is so small. Oh my goodness. It needs 2 to 6 hours of direct sun each day, medium watering. It gets 24 to 36 inches tall. So this will be, these 2 will be my backdrop, and the zebras will go in the front, and we'll maybe stagger them a little bit. But let's head to the front, lay them out, and see how we want to do them. And we'll just go from there. All right, guys, so that is the layout that I'm going to do, and it is absolutely beautiful and stunning with all of these flowers here in the front, the vincas, begonias, and the other greenery. I think that's perfect. So let me go grab my, I've got rose tone, I'm out of plant tone, and my other fertilizer. So I'm going to grab my rose tone, and we're going to get these things in the ground. All right, guys. Well, I've got everything in ground, so let me show you what it looks like. I absolutely love it. So let's take a look. All right, let me step back so you can get a full-on view of this front section here. So mixed in with the vincas, begonias, and the plants and all that my husband did while I was gone. Those are what I added to fill in that back section. And I came across an ant mound there, and I felt like I got a little bite through my glove. But yeah, you just probably heard me hitting my face because something flew into it. But anyway, got a little bite through my glove, I think. But yeah, look at it. It is an example of adding color to your flower beds without actually getting blooming flowers. Although the zebra plants will get these yellow flowers on it that looks prehistoric, it is absolutely beautiful, this mixture. I love it. I absolutely love it. And it shows me the direction I want to go for the other bed over here, or what I want for the other side of it. Let's walk over here real quick. As you can see, this section is empty here. So I think we'll duplicate something similar to what's on the front side there over here. But I definitely wanted to make sure this part is done and filled in, because this is what you see as you are turning the corner, driving past the house. I wanted to make sure the fronts of the beds are done first. And this one's kind of droopy. I think it just needs water. But it is beautiful. I'm excited. I love it. I'm just giving you a swoop across. There we go. All right, guys, I'm going to get this watered, but we are done here in the front garden. So let's head back to the backyard now. All right, so we're heading to the backyard. I'm going to let Miss Tika out into the garden with me, and I'm going to show you kind of what I've been working on here. I don't know if this is my final idea, because I came into August without any idea of what I wanted to do for fall decorating. And you kind of see some stuff right here behind me. So I'm gonna first let Tika out. Let me show you what she's been doing while I was in the front garden. This is her in the window. She's been throwing a tantrum. Look, she knows I'm coming to the door now. Come on. Yeah. So there's my mess from what I just planted. Got to clean that up. And let me swing around slowly. These are the vincas that I got from the clearance section. They told me that I could use Epsom salt, like 1 or 2 tablespoons into a gallon of water, and water them with that, and they will green right up. So I'm going to give that a try. She said it's the magnesium in the Epsom salt. There's an airplane overhead. All right, it's kind of gone. So let me step back. I am not done by any means. So all the stuff you see out, ignore. I did kind of clean up my mess a little bit of all the flowers that I took out of the reeds and things like that, so it wouldn't look so horrible over here when I show you. These pots are going on the front porch. I'm trying to decide if I want to pair that with this on the front porch and go with my big white mums, which you saw last year and throughout the spring and stuff. I just kept them out on the porch because they look like mums and they look like peonies, so it can kind of get away with both. But this is a display that I have with faux pansies and faux caladiums and faux greenery and all that. These are wreaths. I wanted to do matching wreaths for the back door and for the garage door. I wanted them to match. And I have these little bowls that I got a couple years ago from the Dollar Tree. I just put them on these boxwood wreaths, because when I got these boxwood wreaths, that was back in December. They were Christmas wreaths. They had red bows on them. I took the red bows off and I put picks in them for the spring and summer, but I just put bows on it for now. So what I'm thinking is, I don't know if I want to use my old pillowcases. I've used those for like 3 years now. I might continue, but I could go back here with creamy whites and stuff and do like a creamy white and orange fall and put all my oranges on the front porch. Because I even have some white pansy like flowers that I could replace those with. Or I could leave it like it is, and this actually can go into Christmas because there's enough red in these mums, and then I've got some red pansies here and stuff mixed with the oranges and some red in the caladiums. My thought process was to make the porch in the front and this back walkway area dressed up so that what I use for fall, I could also use for winter, Christmas season, with the only thing having to be changed is the reeds. And for those of you who are new, I typically buy reeds that are like the woven willow or these grapevine reeds, so I can pull these out, which this actually came with some other things in it. I pulled those out because I wasn't a fan of those. I put the burgundy leaves in it and kept all the other leaves that were in it already. It kept it simple, but I would pull all of those out and decorate it for Christmas. And then, of course, the boxwood reeds are simple. Just change the bows and then change the pillow covers and the mat to match Christmas and winter, type decor. But I'm thinking so that I can stretch my plants out as far as I possibly can, and I don't have to buy anything new, that I might do my white mums here in this section here and this section, and put my white mum-like flowers around here. And let me grab those so you can know what I'm talking about when I'm speaking of those. So let me step back. I'm going to set up the camera and I'm going to go grab my white mums and white pansies and kind of give you an idea of what that might look like. All right, guys, so I ran in the garage and I grabbed my white fall flowers here. I used these last fall on the front porch. It was orange and white up there. And so I could easily replace the pansies that I have in these pots back here with white, along with my white mum, which is down here. So I'll give you a close-up look at that. All right, so here is the white mum. Many of you who follow me have seen these on the front porch. I would put them in a pot so you wouldn't see the starter pot. Miss Tika is rolling around on her back for me. Oh, there we go. Hey, pretty girl. Hi. Hi. Yeah. All right, so that's the white mum, and then we've got that. I could leave the reeds as it is, or I have these creamy white mums and leaves that I could replace all that with to make it. So this would kind of be really a creamy white fall area with orange stuck in here and there. I just stuck those in there on top of the other pansies that are already in there, just so you can kind of get a feel for what it might look like. And I have some caladiums with white in it, so I could even replace the red with that. So it would be kind of a non-traditional fall decor style with just a lot of creams and whites. Or I could leave it as it is with the reds and orange pansies along with the burnt orange. Got orangey red, reddish orange in these mums. So, and again, these are going on the front porch, so they're not for back here. But those are the directions that I could go in. You guys can kind of leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. All right, guys, so those are my ideas, kind of creams and whites, or staying the traditional with the oranges, and but more deeper orange, reds and oranges that can go from fall and transition into winter and Christmas and all of that. But let me show you these mums that I have. I absolutely love these. They are better than I anticipated. These are gorgeous and very well made, and they are made for the outdoors. So like you could literally put them in ground, and they're made to withstand the weather and temps. They're guaranteed for up to 5 years. These are Wicker Park mums, and they are kind of a rubbery material, plasticky, rubbery, whatever. I'll say plasticky, not rubber. There is a flying lesson going on right now, but everything is made to really be out in the elements. And I get a lot of runoff from the roof here, so I wanted to get some flowers that can withstand that water, especially as we're getting into fall, hurricane season and all that. I really like these, and they look so realistic in spite of what they're made from. I really love these, and I think depending on the color you get will determine how realistic it looks. These in particular I really like. And I really did not want to go with just a straight orange this year. I wanted to deepen it a little bit, make it more rich and earthy, but also add some reds to it so that I can put it out and it can stay from fall until it's time to change it for spring. Something that I think can last that long. Weather-wise, tolerating the weather, but also can just look good and, you know, fit in with the season. So that is why I got this color, but I just had to show you this because these are so nice. Oh my goodness. Best purchase I've made this season so far. And I didn't buy a lot this year. I only got a few things. I got these mums and I got the wreaths. That's it. Everything else I already had, and so I didn't do a lot of spending. So I'm very pleased with this. Let me put it back in the pot. All right, guys, but I just wanted to kind of show you what I'm doing, what I'm working on, what direction I'm going in, get your input. I'm loving the deeper oranges, the change, you know, color instead of just a monochrome white, but the monochrome white, the creams and the white combinations can be made to look good too, sticking a little orange in there. So I think either one would look nice, but I'm really leaning towards this. And tell me what you think. But in the meantime, I want to thank you for joining me in the garden as I finally filled in that empty space up front. It got out and actually did some planting. I have the vinca, which I plan on planting along this walkway bed here in front of me along the garage, so I can have more pop of color in that bed. It's starting to get hot, get towards the middle of the day, so I'm going to get out early in the morning and do that. But for today, we are done. I want to thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.